Welcome to Soto Creations, where we make your imagination a reality. I want to show you guys how you make centerpieces for your event. I'm starting out by assembling my stands that I got on Amazon. I'll have it linked below. It's in my Amazon storefront. So coming closer to show you the pieces, you have this round base that has an indentation and a smoother surface, but the indentation on the base is so that when you put your screw, it does not show through. I'm going to show you if you put it the opposite way, it pops right out. So you want to put it so that it does not show through, and that's the bottom of your stand, so it stays sturdy. And this stick right here just screws right on, and your top piece is the same way. So the stick can go either way because the pieces can screw on either way. And this is the top part that holds your balloons in place. So you just kind of twist that on, and it's so easy to assemble. This comes in a pack of 10. I love it because it's easy to assemble and to take apart and store away. Now, some people make these with wood. You can do that with wood bases and a dowel. That's an option as well, but I preferred to buy this to test them out, and I've had this for some time because I use this for other events. But I decided to make a couple of centerpieces for my twins' birthday party. They're turning 4, but I figured I would show you guys how to make this so that if you have your events, you can also recreate this. Very simple as long as you have a balloon sizer. So I'm gonna put all these pieces together. I want to create 4 centerpieces because we have 4 tables. I'm expecting about 40 guests, and I'm gonna design 2 other centerpieces or balloon props or whatever that I can use for maybe the gift table or the food table. So as you can see right now, I'm gonna inflate the balloons. I'm using Tuftex. Let's see, we use Tuftex blush. It's blush, but the color looks kind of like a pale yellow. And then I'm using Qualitex orange. I'm using Tuftex navel and also Qualitex pale matte blue. So now I'm assembling my balloon sizer. I like this sizer because I can take it apart and put the pieces together. I'm in a rush because it's pretty late at the event center. I'm here by myself trying to set up or prep the balloon so that I have less work for tomorrow. But I didn't assemble it how it's supposed to be, so you see it a little wonky. It's normally not that wonky when you assemble it right, but I was just trying to get it give it a structure so I can get these balloons inflated. So we have 12-inch balloons. You can use 12 or 11-inch balloons, and we're going to make all these balloons 8 inches. So that hole that I'm passing it through is 8 inches, and the sizer is labeled for each size you would need. So I am using 4 colors, so I'm creating quads of each color. That's 4, and then I have 3 of those quads that I'm going to twist together to have 12 balloons total, and that will be the topper for my centerpiece. So when you're twisting, just make sure that you twist it through to your very first cluster that or quad that you had, so that your design ends up nice and round. I find that 12 balloons works really well to give it that nice rounded look that we need for the design to look like. So again, you're making sure that you have each color represented. I like that I'm explaining this with 4 different colors because then it makes it easier for you to see. So we need 3 balloons, 3 quads of balloons. So you can see I have 3 of the blues, 3 of the orange shades, and I'm gonna put those together to form. So those are the 4, another 4, and another 4. So 3 of those will be one set of balloons, and that's how we create our topper for the balloon. So I'm going to show you how I put everything together and my other designs. So just keep on watching and you'll see how I do that. But it takes some time to size. You want the sizer because it's a lot easier. If you do not have a sizer, one thing you can do is use 2 chairs, a measuring tape, measure the gap between 2 chairs side by side, and just size your balloon that way. Now we're going to work on the base of our centerpiece. We do not want to show that base that you see there. And another thing I like about this stand is that base is thin, so it makes it where when you put the balloons on there, it's thin enough and you don't see it. So I'm inflating the orange pear such that it's 4 inches, and I'm inflating the blue sets that are 3.5 inches. So I'm combining one of each color. I said it wrong. So my base is going to be 4 inches, as you can see right there. And the balloons that go above it, I'm also creating 4 different colors, and that's going to be 3.5 inches. You can see they're a lot smaller than the 4 inches. So 4 inches on the bottom, 3.5 inches on top. And when I put those on, I want it to overlap. So you slide that through, and then you want to twist it to keep it in place and kind of push down. So I'm making them overlap where they're not staggered right on top of the bottom balloon. So that is the base of the centerpiece. We're going to repeat this process because we need 4 of these. I'm creating 4 different bases. So what you want to do is slide that through. That's the 4-inch balloon. Push that down, and then you have the next one that you're going to put, which is 3.5 inches, and we're going to slide that through and twist. You do want to twist so that it holds it in place. In case someone kind of tugs it or wants to play with it, it doesn't come off. Now our topper, you saw the cup piece that I twisted on. You just want to slide this through and tie the knot on the bottom. There's several ways you can do that. I'll show you other ways, but I'm coming to show you a close-up of how I tied 2 of the balloon necks at the very bottom of that cup, so that holds everything in place and it does not fall off. So I have that done. Now we're going to twist a couple more. That's my first cluster of 4. Then you have 8, and then you have 12. So just twist that together until you have a circle. So you're just observing, keep twisting through until all the balloons are nice and intertwined. And then you're going to find 2 necks. I'm going to show you a close-up here. So what we're going to do is just pass that through those spaces and tie on the bottoms, and that attaches it nice and smooth. So unless someone comes and twists that topper off, it's not going to come off once it's tied. So make sure you tie that very nice and secure, actually double knot it to hold it in place. So that is how we attach, and that's what our centerpiece is going to look like. I'll show you some more pictures, but we have another design coming up that is even easier than this one. I want you to see that as well, so you have options on what to do. Another thing with this specific centerpiece is you can have little filler balloons, so like create clusters, smaller balloons, say 3.5 inches or 3 inches of quads, and just attach that to the topper of this specific one, and that gives a more organic look and gives more dimension. But when I made this, I decided to leave it as is because I liked how it looked, so I didn't add the smaller balloons. But you can do that as well if you want. If you do want me to do a tutorial on that, just comment below and I can do that for you. Probably pick other colors and just do a quick tutorial, but we're just repeating the same process here. Of course, you have your 4 colors times 3, and you're just twisting all those together until you have a nice rounded design, and you're gonna find good long stretchy necks that you can pull through and just wrap around and tie on the very bottom to keep everything nice and secure. Repeating the process again, we have 4 inches on the bottom, then 3.5 inches for the base that's twisted on and secure, and then you have 4 and 4, and then another 4 makes 12 for our topper, and that is the top of our centerpiece. So very easy, very straightforward. If you're on my Instagram, tag me if you create these designs. I would love to see what you come up with. And remember, those toppers are 8 inches and they are 12 of the balloons put together. So now I'm designing my second type of centerpiece. So with this, I'm going to have 8 inches as well. We're just sizing those, but we're gonna use the same color, so 2 orange and 2 of the blush for Tuftex. I'm gonna size 6 inches for the blues, the pale blue and the navel for Tuftex. We're gonna size those at 6 inches, and we'll assemble here shortly. You can see my balloon sizer is a bit wonky, but that's because I didn't assemble it right. But I'm trying to inflate everything at once so it's easy. I just start putting all together. For this design, I am just creating 2, and I'm gonna put 1 on the food table and 1 on the other. So I'm working fast for this first step, but I'll slow down to show you. So I have both balloons together, the same colors, for a reason, because when I twist the 2 opposite colors together, then it creates the alternate effect. So once it's twisted, you can see right there, it alternates. Another thing, you don't want to push down too much on these, because when you do push down, the balloons are lower than the stand, and the centerpiece doesn't stand straight. So you want to barely push down so that it's level with the stand. And then here are the blue balloons alternated as well. So that's the base for this one. We are going to create our topper as well. You see me pause here because I'm also thinking exactly how I want the design to look. Now we're going to form our topper. I'm going to use 4 inches on this one. So I'm creating also with the orange and that pale yellow, forming a quad. And I'm going to take one of my bigger balloons, which is the 16-inch balloon for my topper. I need 2 of these since I'm creating 2 centerpieces in this style. So once I have that, then I have my bigger balloon that I'm going to inflate in the navel. I'm going to do 1 navel and 1 pale matte blue. So I want to inflate the pale matte blue just so I can compare, eyeballing it, because they're not going in the same place, but I do want them close enough. So I tie them separately. I'm going to tie the neck of that big balloon to this quad of orange balloon. So you just want to tie it and then pass that through to the bottom, and it's the neck of the navel balloon that you're going to tie on the bottom. But you were sliding that cup in between the cluster of 4 balloons and the navel balloon so that it all holds quite well, and the orange balloons help cover up that cup you're using. So let's repeat this slower so you can see. I'm going to slide the balloon not through there but right through here, slide that in, and then twist so that you have an alternating effect of the light yellow and the orange right there. So that's what you have, and you want to keep it flush with the bottom of the stand so that it doesn't go wonky or lean on you. Next, we're going to repeat the same thing with the blue balloons. You can see where I'm sliding it through, and then I'll twist so that it alternates, but my blue balloons are fitting in between the spaces of the orange and the pale yellow. Next, you want to hold your quad of balloons, and we're going to tie this onto our big topper. So double knot it right there, and then pass it through to the very back of that balloon. And we want to alternate the color as well. So I'm just going to twist that through, and that is the neck of the pale blue balloon. Next, you're going to slide your cup to the big balloon. So we want to pass it through here towards the back. You're going to slide it through, come through the back, up the top, and hold. So the entrance of your balloon, that very piece you blow on when you're using your mouth, is going to be what holds that balloon in place. Right now I'm sliding it. Sorry you can't see that part, but I'm sliding it to the base of the big balloon, not the smaller balloon. So once it's at the base, then I'm twisting it how I showed you how to twist it, and then that holds it in place. Those smaller 4-inch balloons serve as, you can see where that piece holds that in place, where my index finger is. But the purpose of those smaller balloons are to not only cover up that cup, but also keep it stable. I inflated all these balloons, so that's what we just worked on, and I have the centerpieces there. I'm gonna do a separate video for the centerpieces because it might make it too long, and I want you guys to really get how you do it. So I have this style here to go on each table, and I have those two there that are just extra that I'm gonna use either the gift table or the food table. This is how the centerpieces looked on each table, fully decorated. If you want to see the full video of how I set this up, click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the video when it's posted. You can see on the right side there where the gift table is. That's what I did with the other centerpiece, and this is the full decor of the backdrop coming up soon. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video and click the notification bell so you don't miss it. Thank you for watching.